Welcome to Momentum Academy. In this lesson, we're going to talk about user flows. This lesson is part of the UX design module in the Momentum Bootcamp. You can find the full playlist linked in the description below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future lessons and other content about UX design and bubble development. User flows are diagrams that show the path a user can take to complete a task while interacting with a product. A user flow focuses on the user's needs and the most efficient way to meet them. You can see in this picture here someone drawing a flow between screens. This is exactly what we mean by mapping a user flow. Take, for example, a sign-up form. It seems quite straightforward, right? We have a sign-up form. But how does this actually interact with the rest of the app? You sign up and then you go to the home page. Is that it? Is that all there is? Well, not really. Think about what happens next. Maybe there's an onboarding sequence that comes after sign up, like this example here. So the user might sign up, complete onboarding, and then land on the home page. But what if they're already a user? In that case, they would just log in instead of signing up. That means there's another version of the screen, one with fewer fields and a different set of actions. They log in and go straight to the home page. That's it, right? Well, not quite. What happens if the login fails or the sign-up doesn't go through because they didn't provide enough information? Then the user is taken back to the same page until they can successfully move forward. By the same token, you can move between the sign-up and login pages. If you don't have an account, you can go and create one. If you do, you can go back to the login page. There's a connection between the two screens. There's also the possibility of social logins and the need to reset your password if you forget it. So something that seems simple actually involves quite a few different steps and paths. That's what makes user flows so valuable. They show us all the possible routes a user might take, including errors or loops back to earlier screens. When we document user flows, we focus on the main journeys that our product needs to support. Here you can see an example from one of our previous projects. At the top, there's a key that defines different elements: user type, decisions, actions, screens, notifications, and back-end settings. We can also group sections together, showing where specific actions belong. For example, the user lands on the home page and clicks the Create an Account Call to Action button. They go to a registration screen, fill out their details, and click Create. Their account is made and they're taken to their profile to add more information. They can continue to the next steps, filling out additional questions or sections, and when they're ready, they can publish their profile. If not, they can go back and edit earlier steps until they're happy with it. Flows like this help us define how users move through the app, where they might face barriers, and where we might need to send them back a step. User flows help us identify every decision point and make sure that each one leads somewhere logical. User flows are another essential tool in our UX design process. They help us create intuitive experiences and see the app through the user's eyes. Along with the other UX methods we've covered, like research, defining the problem, and information architecture, documenting your user flows helps clarify what you're trying to accomplish and how users will achieve their goals. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next lesson where we will look at UX testing.